another edition of It's Wrestling Court on Center Park Line. I'm your host, J-Man. This edition of the IWR, we're going to do our 2012 TNA Sacrifice preview coming this Sunday on pay-per-view, and we're going to run down the card for you. First matchup, we have the Knockouts title on the line. Win champion Gail Kim goes up against number one contender Brooke Tessmacher. Tessmacher getting her little build here. Over the past couple weeks on Impact, but it'll be all for naught yet again. Gail Kim will be retaining the Knockouts Championship here. Just seems like we just keep talking about the same exact thing every single month when it comes to the Knockouts title here, but when it's Gail Kim, it's going to be good, and it is what it is, and we're just going to keep it going here. It just seems like they just have attempt and challenger after challenger, get their little builds before pay-per-views, and then go in and get beat by Gail Kim, and that's what I think is just going to happen here. Gail Kim will be retaining the Knockouts title. It's going to be sooner or later we're going to have to start to see something interesting come out of this, because, I mean, it's providing some decent quality, you know, kind of Knockouts matches, better than we've seen over the past, you know, before Gail Kim was there, but maybe some, you know, feud type thing or something interesting out of it with whoever they end up throwing in there. But I'm going to go with Gail Kim retaining the Knockouts title yet again.
I think the Gail train gets derailed here. I think the Gail train gets.
You're just gonna make it look like a giant ass after saying all that. You're just gonna change it up.
I think the Gail train gets derailed here by just a giant ass block.
That's right.
Just an ass block. So I'm gonna go with Brooke Tessmacher winning.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the greatest preview of a match in the history of the IWR show. It was an ass block. That's it.
She's not gonna eat defeat.
Ooh, God. Look at that pun. Play on words. Yes. That's how we started. Next matchup, we have a one-on-one match between what seems to be little butt buddies that have matches and tag matches and get to do whatever the hell they want, seemingly, because they just get to do whatever the hell they want. Between Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson, we've seen this about 50,000 times in the past 2 years, and I don't give a shit. Didn't give a shit then, don't give a shit now. The only thing intriguing I could see out of this is possibly an Anderson heel turn. Maybe have Hardy win, Anderson get pissed, beat him up. Fucking, I don't give a shit. Whatever the hell they do out of it. That'd be the only intriguing thing I see out of it. Otherwise, it could be, you know, what they normally produce, which is just that kind of, you know, okay to pretty good kind of matchup here. Hopefully, it could be pretty good out of this one. But I'm going to go with Jeff Hardy continuing that role here and getting the win here.
Yeah, the besties going to have a match against each other here.
Is this the new Crimson and Morgan?
It's quite possible.
Quite possible.
It's quite possible. I see.
This is a deep-rooted relationship here.
It is a deep-rooted. I think Anderson goes to Hardy's house and he helps him put face paint on.
That's right.
And then Hardy goes to Anderson's house and they eat Wisconsin cheese together.
Go fishing.
I don't think Hardy's into fishing that much.
Well, I mean,
he probably just
for the relationship. They sacrifice things for the relationship.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Mr. Anderson just provides and just helps prepare paints for the imagination.
You know, and then they chew gum together.
Yeah,
possibly.
Mr. Anderson's good at that. So
he's a good gum chewer. This match, like you said, just a match. It's just a match between
other matches.
It's
a match between other matches.
I mean, it's in between, just in there. It's just a match.
Yeah. With
Jeff Hardy and just Mr. Anderson. Like, that's really all there's really nothing to it.
Nope.
It literally has. I mean, it has. I guess maybe more of a storyline than Kane versus Randy Orton.
Yeah, I mean, they at least gave some effort in Kane and Randy Orton in the long run.
The match.
This one won't continue probably at all.
No, it'll be done after this.
It'll be done, so they're just like, hey.
Just a one and done. Both guys need to be on the card. They need to face each other.
Right.
Jeff Hardy is probably going to win. So
there you go. Next matchup, we have a very intriguing matchup between X Division champions.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
God, I couldn't even get it out yet, and you're just
the immaculate, just the two top guys in just the entire world of professional wrestling going to face each other. Don't you see what's going to happen here?
I haven't even got I haven't got the fucking wrestlers out of my mouth yet.
Oh, God.
Premature ejaculation over here.
Let's go.
The X Division champion, A-Double Austin Aries, going up against Bully Ray. This singles matchup, I know he's going to talk a lot about it because he's looking forward to it. I am too. This is just really intriguing between two of the hottest guys, not only in TNA but in the world today. These guys going out there, Austin Aries, and Bully Ray, really proving a lot of people wrong that Austin Aries, which we've known, the entire time we've known Austin Aries that he could be a main eventer, and now proving to the mainstream audience that he can, because he will, and he could prove everybody wrong and be great at whatever he does. Bully Ray proving that he can be that singles guy, and he has, over the past couple years now, really just rejuvenated his entire career to becoming to where he could get to this point to be one of the probably top heels in the entire, not only industry, but in TNA definitely for sure, in this one. And really got a story behind it, actually. They really, have turned Austin Aries' face and now kind of been doing some interesting things with that, having that great promo, that segment that they had with Austin Aries and Bully Ray, I believe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that on Raw. They came out and saying how Austin Aries is, kind of hardened up to fucking Bully Ray, and he's just pushing him back down and doing this kind of, big guy, kind of small guy kind of thing that they've really pulled off numerous occasions, but really with these guys, they could really pull it off great. I'm really just seeing a really intriguing matchup out of this, because these guys can go out there and put on some great stuff. I'm liking it to, I know Austin Aries can always go out there with whoever the hell he wants, but really, last year's Slammiversary really comes to mind with me with AJ Styles and Bully Ray. I could see possibly something like that. I know that one was like last man standing, but these guys, obviously Austin Aries and AJ Styles, is similar kind of build and size of that. They could really do that. I think they could go out there and put on some great stuff. But as for winner, I'm going to go with Austin Aries getting the win here. I think it makes a lot of sense, and really building him up to finally getting to that main event status that he really needs to, get to. Even though he's still X Division champion, he can do fucking everything at once. It doesn't matter. He's Austin Aries. I'm gonna go with A-Double getting the win in this matchup.
Yeah, you know what? Just Cavzilla plus the greatest man who ever lived equals just Godzilla.
Does it?
Just Godzilla 2000, just starring Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick reference. Son of a bitch used it before I could.
I know.
Damn it.
They should just go out there and just cut promos and just first, and then
they probably will. They'll probably have to.
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. And then just play it up, just play the crowd, just play, if they really play this up really well, like these guys are. I think both these guys are really great at just telling stories, and Bully Ray is just the heat monster. Yeah. He can just walk into a church and get heat.
Fucking Human Torch.
Yeah, so I'm just a Fantastic Four reference. I don't expect this to be amazing, but the intrigue of this is just, to me, what could happen is just very exciting, because I like both these guys a lot right now. But I'm gonna go with Aries winning here. I mean, I don't really see how I could pick either one, but Austin Aries winning here, I think, makes the most sense.
Really intriguing matchup there. Can't wait for that one. Next matchup, another match I can't wait for, which is the TNA Tag Titles between champion Samoa Joe and Magnus going up against Christopher Daniels and Kaz. Obviously, they had that fucking bullshit where they were looking for tag fucking opponents for the what the fuck, open fight challenge, whatever the fuck that night ever the hell it was called, looking for and having Anderson and Hardy go up against Joe and Magnus there, but now getting to the pay-per-view, having the beatdown after that match, Daniels and Kaz going for that. Daniels and Kaz doing a lot of other stuff, obviously with AJ, with all that kind of stuff going on right now.
If you guys would like to tell us what you think the picture of AJ is, do you have an idea?
I'm gonna go just masturbating at a Ponderosa. I'm gonna go with that.
Just doing the Tomco.
Yeah.
If you guys have an idea of what you think this picture of AJ Styles is, this blackmailing picture is, put it in the comment section below. The best one, I will give you a shout out in the review.
Obviously, this video is up right now after Impact, so they probably know what it is.
Oh, they gave it away, didn't they?
Yeah, we gave it away. So.
Oh, they gave it away on Impact.
Yeah, they did. So.
Well, if yours is really funny.
Yeah, just a better reference.
If it's funny, what the picture you think AJ is doing, I'll just say.
And then he'll do that.
I'll say your name.
That's it. It's just how we do it here, the IWRshow.
So
just legit.
It's got to be funny though.
It does.
Did I talk about that match yet?
No, I'm gonna go talk about it.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to do that. Champions Joe and Magnus, obviously with the run that they've had now, I'm really getting behind them. I thought on numerous occasions that they could have possibly dropped it to different teams here and there, but obviously trying to roll with them, get them some chemistry, get a little roll in this title run, and I think it's going to continue here. I think Joe and Magnus are going to retain the tag titles here, but I'm really hoping we can get a solid tag match out of this. Daniels and Kaz, obviously, they have chemistry out the wazoo because they've known each other forever, and just like a lot of these guys, Joe as well with Daniels and Kaz. But I think all these guys are talented enough to go out there and put on a really solid tag matchup here. Whatever ends up happening at the end of this could be some shenanigans, bullshit, whatever it is. But I'm going to go with Joe and Magnus retaining the tag titles.
Yeah, I definitely think Joe and Magnus retain here, and I think that it almost seems like Daniels and Kaz are kind of playing, like at times playing like kind of like comedic roles backstage. Like they did this whole thing with Angle last week, where they were kind of like, "What's his problem?" and doing like the Edge and Christian kind of like just playing like acting like douchebags. But I would expect pretty good stuff out of this. I think this could be a pretty good match here. Obviously, with three of the guys in here are pretty good workers. Well, not pretty good, great workers, and then Magnus, who is not bad, but. I definitely could see a good match out of this, and I don't know. I think it'll be solid.
Yeah. Next matchup, we have something that I know will be solid, and more than that, we have the phenomenal AJ Styles going up against Kurt Angle. Every time these guys go out there, they have chemistry out the wazoo. They go out and just put on godliness, it seems, every time. These guys are just made for each other. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It really is like that. And there's guys that have had that kind of chemistry where they could go in there, feud, no feud, whatever the hell they need to do, and just put on great stuff. They do it every single time, it seems. It's just because that's just how they roll. They just go out there and they have that just natural chemistry. A lot like, you got that kind of like Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, kind of the high-flying kind of thing with that technical kind of guy, like a Bret Hart, and a technical kind of guy like a Kurt Angle, and the high-flying kind of out there, unorthodox kind of guy like an AJ Styles. It just meshes so perfectly well, and of course, they're always some of my favorite matches in TNA's history because I love just both of these guys, and they just always go out there and just produce amazing stuff. And I think that's going to happen yet again here. There could be some shenanigans happening at the end of this here. Obviously, with the stuff going on with Daniels and Kaz and AJ, you could possibly see them getting involved at the end of this one, trying to screw AJ out of this match, which I could actually see happening. I'm going to go with Kurt Angle getting the win here. If he has him lose 2 months in a row, obviously losing to Hardy at Lockdown, and then would be 2 losses in a row if he lost to AJ here. But I'm going to go with, obviously, the match being great, but probably some shenanigans at the end of this one, but I'm going to go with Kurt Angle getting the win.
Yeah, if you were to ask me in like 2005, 2006, what would be a dream match, that this is, AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle is definitely one of those matches. They've had several matches now, definitely great ones. The Last Man Standing always sticks out in my mind as one of my favorite matches they had. And we talked about this before earlier today. What else does Kurt Angle have to prove? He has nothing left to really prove other than just have great matches, and I'm completely okay with it. He doesn't need to win titles. He doesn't need to be in high-profile feuds. He can just go out there with young, great talent and have great matches, and I'm completely okay with that. Like I said, and I think this is just another case of what the F is AJ Styles doing. He's been sitting on his ass, not being able to put on great matches like we know he can, and finally decided being like, let's go out there and just tear the house down and have a great match. And I definitely think this is probably going to be the best match of the night, unless there's some bullshit shenanigans, which is possible. Hope not, but I hope we get a clean win here out of. I want to say Kurt Angle wins, I think that's going to happen, but it's really hard to say.
Yeah, I can see definitely both coming out of here, but in the end, we're anticipating and cannot wait for this matchup because there should be some great stuff as usual. Next matchup, we have an advertised ladder match for the TNA World title between champion Bobby Roode and Rob Van Dam. Why in the flying fuck is Rob Van Dam in this goddamn championship matchup? Last time I checked, we're on the main event here, and I haven't heard about fucking James Storm's name at all, the guy who provided an amazing matchup at Lockdown, who's in quite possibly one of the best feuds in TNA's history with fucking Bobby Roode, and we don't know where the fuck he is. He's not on this card, and Bobby Roode's in a match with Rob Van Dam that has no fucking history. We have Rob Van Dam who's sucking Hulk Hogan's dick because it's one of his boys and gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. It just fucking just enrages me. Why the fuck? Dude, just the whole backstage politics bullshit. They get you to fucking know a guy or whatever, and we'll just give you a fucking main event pay-per-view match that has no bill behind it, has no fucking reasoning, just to be out there and do it. Bobby Roode's going to retain the fucking world title here. He's not going to lose the title, because if they do that, then I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to say in the review, that's for sure. But it could be pretty good, but TNA needs to fucking realize what they have here with James Storm and Bobby Roode. It's just, it's so, you have to be fucking blind.
It's organic.
It's just, yeah, I guess, is it?
Organic. It just, it wasn't forced. Like, a lot of these things that
I thought we were making a joke there, but yeah, you're right.
No, organic. Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's organic. Like it happened naturally.
It's pure. Exactly right. It's right there. It didn't need a build because it has history behind it. It's one of those natural things that just makes sense, and it just, why they don't want to put anything behind that and roll on it week after week and month after month and pay-per-view after pay-per-view fucking baffles me. It just is ridiculous that they could have the best feud in fucking wrestling right now if they wanted to just continue it. And they could make this fucking thing go for as long as they wanted because they could gimmick, street fight, whatever the hell they could do. All these guys can go out there and put on great matches every single night. And they're both deserving of having this opportunity to have the biggest feud in TNA right now. And they just don't do it. They just do these fucking half-ass main events that, I mean, could be great matches, but you need to have something behind it, a fucking thing that matters for it. But that's not what we get out of this. James Storm isn't on the card, Bobby Roode is, and he'll be retaining his World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Van Dam just shows up after being gone for like 3 or 4 months, gets in, at lockdown, and a lethal lockdown, and then all of a sudden, no storyline, just because he's on, Hogan's junk, gets that title shot. This is what TNA does that I really hate. They go away from a storyline, and then when they feel like they're tired of something, they jump back into another thing that they didn't finish.
Yep. And then we're confused because that's a fucking stupid.
They didn't. They're running the whole storyline with Rob Van Dam where he never lost the title. Abyss beat him up so bad he couldn't defend it, and he had to give it.
And by the way, 95% of your audience doesn't fucking remember that. Yeah. By the way,
like
we do because we fucking watch every week, but a lot of people don't fucking remember that shit. It's like, fuck.
And they had to mention it, and just him being thrown in there, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to get wins, like legitimate wins under Roode's belt. He doesn't have to pin RVD here. All he has to do is climb up the ladder and get the title. You will see me turn into Eric, or Quaddy, as we call him here.
Oh, if RVD wins, we will be fucking punching the camera.
We will turn into just massive quad rage here, because there is literally no reason for Rob Van Dam to win here, other than them saying, he never lost the title, he should have to get it back. It's
no reason.
You run with Bobby Roode, he's the hottest thing in your main event, period. I don't really give a shit if you like RVD or not. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
So Bobby Roode wins here. Has to, or they're fucking themselves in their own butthole.
That's right, which is hard to do. But they'll find a fucking way if they do that. That's for sure.
So
this will now wrap up our 2012 TNA Sacrifice preview. Be sure to check out our instant review after the pay-per-view Sunday. For my partner Ryan, I'm your host J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report. Your source for fresh wrestling news, information, opinions, instantly.
This is a battle